So here's another little overview of me organizing my crystals. And then those little gray boxes back there I got from TJ Maxx, and that's what I used to hold them in. So this is a pink agate geode. This one is dyed. Even though it's dyed, it is still very pretty. So this amethyst I'm pointing at, and then these two pink ones are the very first crystals I ever gotten. And then the pink one on the right, I believe it's a howlite. Here is another smoky quartz from Wormtown. I love how huge it is. This I also got at the Situate Art Festival, so it was for a good price. I believe it was either like $8 or $10. So here are some geodes that I've cracked, and I just put them in this little glass jar with some fake moss. I do plan on making a whole other video showing all the different geodes I've cracked. So these three light pink crystals look very similar to each other, so I'm guessing either a howlite or a dolomite. And here is just another little quartz cluster. So this crystal was another little $5 or $10 mystery grab bag. And for a long time I was kind of confused on what this was, but I believe the little green pieces are fluorite, and then obviously the white ones are quartz. Whoever mined this probably just didn't have the time, or the little quartz spikes were just too intricate to get all the little rocks off of it. So that's why I think it looks a little like raw or like dirty. And I think those little green pieces are fluorite because I have this little piece, and I believe this is fluorite too. So these next two crystals I'm going to show you I got at the Apple Festival from M Gems 444. And the lady at the booth was so nice. I kept asking her so many questions about the crystals and she answered them. She was really sweet. And then this is a fluorite with mica and pyrite inclusions. What I am pointing at right now is a fossil. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But I really like that it was carved out into a bowl, and I really like that the ammonite was also kind of left protruding out of the bowl. So I got this little Buddha necklace off Poshmark, and I believe it's an onyx. Here's a little black tumblestone. And then here's a little piece of tourmaline. And so you can see above the tourmaline are two little raw pieces. I believe that is smoky quartz, and those two pieces I found in my yard. And on top of the two little smoky quartz are snowflake obsidians. So now I'm going to show you all of my little small tumbles, or just like other little rocks and minerals I have, and then I grouped them all together by color just to make it easier. So here are all my clear / white crystals. This first one I'm picking up, this was part of a chandelier, like an antique chandelier. I forgot the whole story. This piece is really cool because I found this one in my yard. This little white piece is a howlite. Now moving on to the reds and orange and tans. So this orange one right here, I believe it's a sunstone, but it also kind of looks like the orange parts of a sodalite. Sodalite, I hope I'm saying that word right. Because you can see on the very top there's some dark blue in there, but it could just be a sunstone. And then the one very close to the right of it that's cut in half, I found that one on the beach. I don't even know how I got it to be perfectly split in half. I might have just dropped it in like the right way. And then here are some more like little tumbles and chips. And then this one is a raw ruby. Some of these are just so small, I can't really tell what they are. This arrowhead over here, I know this one is a red obsidian. And then this orange one, that one is a dyed quartz. I have no clue what that other dark one was. Now moving on to the greens and blue crystals. So these little green ones, they're either a serpentine or a dunite. I was too fucking stupid to keep the damn paper, so I'm just gonna have to do a lot of research online and find out what this is. And then in the right corner, that green one with the red spots, that is ruby and fuchsite. And this little mint green one, it might be a green quartzite. And then that one, I have no idea what that one is. But these two little cubes, I believe those might be serpentine. And here are a few more little green ones. I don't know what they are as I'm placing down. That little tiny chip, that looks like a moss agate. And now I'm just going to show those crystals again, just a little bit closer and in the light. And here is an emerald. These emeralds, they're not like the kind of gemstone emeralds you see in jewelry. They're more like a rough emerald or like an emerald rock. And here are some dyed quartz. And this one is an apatite. And this one I believe is an amazonite. And this is a raw piece of labradorite. A little lapis lazuli chip. And these two little pieces, I believe, are aquamarine. And all these little periwinkle colored tumbles I'm gathering together, it's either going to be a celestite or blue calcite. Another dyed quartz, and this one might be another green aventurine because it looks very similar to these other three over here. And here's another little amazonite chip. This little cube, I have no clue what that could be. Maybe another green aventurine. This really dark tumble, it's like a really dark green, so I have no clue if it's dyed or if it's natural, but there's that one. Maybe calcite. I only say mica because it has like that shimmer to it. So this one's a really nice seafoam kind of mint green, and again I don't know what this is, but it does have a really nice color. This one I'm pointing at is definitely a dyed quartz or agate. I say an agate because you can see the banding in there. So here are some of my pink quartz, and I love having raw and polished stones just so I can see the difference between the two. And obviously once it's polished, you can really see the color and all the different detail inside the rock. But I love having the raw stone as well. So now I'm just kind of putting together all of the little dyed quartz all together. Even though it's not natural, the dyed colors are still very vibrant and are still very pretty. And then I put together all my little amethysts. And then this one's a skull. And then I have this little amethyst. It's purple like an amethyst, but the way the banding is, I believe it's an agate. And I broke it because I'm a fucking dumbass. This little one kind of looks dyed, but if you hold it up to the light, it's pretty translucent. And this big square, I believe, is a purple sodalite. And this one looks like a lapidolite. And this one kind of looks like either muscovite or a algerite. I hope I'm saying those names right. Right here I have a piece of sulfur. So here is an overview of the crystals in my glass case. It looks a little cluttered right now, but for now it's gonna stay. And then here is the Cheerio hutch. I put all my amethysts together. And then the middle part has all my little amethyst. And then the top, I just have some rose quartz.